Sawadee krap. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for joining this first Global Mic Award ceremony here from Bangkok, Thailand. So we are running this event in a hybrid mode. So we have participants here physically in the room today. And we have also participants joining us from Zoom from different parts of the world. So it's always a bit of a challenge to run events in hybrid mode. So I hope we will not have too many technical challenges. So, but hopefully things will go smoothly. So we are. Let me share my screen. We are very delighted to host for the first time this event here in Thailand and to have Thai companies who have won the Thai Global Mic Award. So let me briefly tell you a little bit about who we are as a host. So we are the Institute for Knowledge and Innovation Southeast Asia, which is a center of excellence of Bangkok University. So we work closely with organizations in Thailand and Southeast Asia, but also, we as an academic institution, we run also two academic programs, a PhD in Knowledge and Innovation Management and an MBI, Master in Business Innovation. And we also organize a lot of events like the OKS, the Original Knowledge Sharing Program with the World Bank, and of course the Thai Mic Award that we've launched last year for the first time. So we are very honored to be the host of this year Global Mic Award event. As you will see, we got a lot of people who registered to join this event. We have around 180 registered participants, and which are really coming from all parts of the world, as you can see on this map. So 28 countries are represented, which is quite a good representation of the world. So the purpose of the Global Mic Award, MIC stands for Most Innovative Knowledge Enterprise, and is to reward companies that excel in the field of knowledge management and innovation management. So this event will not have been possible without the help of some key people that I would like to name. The first one is Dr. Varali, who is here with us at the IKI and who has been helping a lot to make this event happen in Bangkok. The IKI supporting team, particularly Kun Kesuda, Mr. Amadeus Noren, our multimedia designer, who has designed all these beautiful graphics and visuals and animation you will see today. Ms. Cheng Gong, also Mr. Madan Rao, that will be covering the stories associated with the Mic Award winner, DJ Frankie Flowers, which also prepare some of the music background. Of course, all the team, IT team and audiovisual team of Bangkok University, as well as Professor W. Billy, who is at the essence of this Mic Award and from the Hong Kong Polytech University. And his team, Miss Vivian, Miss Trista, and all the other members of the Hong Kong PolyU team who made this Mic Award possible. And of course, all the people who are attended today and all the committee members who have contributed to the success of this work. So last thank you for all our speakers who will share their success story today, and for all of you who are joining live or who will watch this video later on when it gets published. So just to give you a couple of updates regarding the Global Mic Award. So we are thinking of starting next year to, first of all, the application for next year are already open until September 30th. Next year, we are planning to launch the Southeast Asian Mic Award that will be covering all the country here in the neighboring country of Thailand in Southeast Asia. and also, which is something very important, I mean, all this work is done on a voluntary basis, so we really welcome any sponsor who will be willing to help to administer this Thai Mike Award and to make it even better. So for Thailand and for the Global Mike Award. So thank you all once again for all your help, support, and for joining this event. I would like to invite Dr. John Dumais, who is the chairman of the Global Mike Study Group, to address the audience and to give the opening remark. So, John, you should be able to share your screen, and I will stop sharing mine. And so the floor is yours.
And I'll share mine. Hello, everybody. There you go. Share. Fantastic. So thank you very much, Vincent, for your introduction. So welcome from Sydney, Australia. I wish I could be there with everybody today. Bangkok's on my bucket list of places to visit. Unfortunately,
we cannot hear you, John.
You cannot hear me.
Or at least I cannot hear you. I don't know
well,
if it's just
I'm not
myself
on
or...
mute.
Can you hear John, guys?
Hear it clearly.
Okay, sorry. So it's just a problem from our side. Please, sorry, John, please go ahead.
That's okay. Anyways, as I said, welcome from Sydney, Australia. Wish I could be there with everybody, but unfortunately, these times don't allow us to be there. I've been involved with the Mike Award since its inception, and I'd also like to thank Professor Lee from the Knowledge Management Innovation Research Center at Hong Kong Polytechnic University for kindly hosting the Mike study group as well. Doing a great job. He's got some good people and some good times to be able to do that. So what is the Mike Award? We call it the Most Innovative Knowledge Enterprise Award. And it builds on what we call the MAKE Awards, or the Most Admired Knowledge Enterprise Awards, as originally conceived by Mr. Rory Chase of Telios in 1998. So when Rory retired, and quite suddenly actually, I'm getting a lot of echo again, guys. Getting worse. So when he retired, we approached him, and he allowed us to continue on with the MAKE Awards, and we're actually talking about doing it, you know, how would you call it, a revamping, and then we came up with Mike, because we believe it's not just about knowledge, it's about innovation, and it's the innovation that actually drives the knowledge in organizations and develops that organization. So we set up also not only the awards, but a study group comprising world's experts in the area to identify the best practices in companies and organizations to help build their enterprise knowledge into better products and services based on the intellectual capital framework. So what we aim to do every year, and what we try and do is we start the awards, is identify 100 of the top companies worldwide in the knowledge economy. So here's a bit of a picture of us. We launched in 1997. We all went to Tsinghua University in Beijing, which is a great time. And we're very privileged also to have Professor Nonaka, who is, of course, the famous professor of knowledge management. So here's a picture of myself and Professor Lee, and giving some of the opening speeches and launching. And of course, with Professor Nonaka in presenting the Mike Awards in 2017. So it was quite a how would you call it, an interesting and wonderful occasion. The Global Mike Award is supported in many different countries, and the list of those countries keeps growing. We'd like to get some representation, of course, in the Americas. We're building on that. But we're in Finland and Germany, Italy, Romania, Africa, the Mediterranean, Iran, China, Japan, Hong Kong, India, Thailand, of course, Australia and New Zealand. So we are very much global, and we're growing all the time. And thank you, of course, for Vincent and Thailand joining the throw this year. So it's really great to have you guys on board. We looking at a knowledge innovation model, so about sustainable innovation within organizations built on intellectual capital and knowledge enterprises. We very much build on the work of two of our not chairmans, what sponsors we call them, honorary sponsors, which is Professor Nanaka and Professor Leif Edvinsson. So Nanaka is very famous, as we know, for knowledge management, and Leif Edvinsson was one of the first directors of intellectual capital. So we often say Leif is the grandfather of intellectual capital. The study group is very international. So our honorary advisor, as I said, is Professor Edvinsson. And of course, we have Professor Lee and Chi Choi from Hong Kong, Nafisa from Iran, Grace from the MENA region, myself, Professor Chin from Tsinghua University, Peter Hessig from Germany, my good friend Maurizio Massaro from University of Venice, also my really good friend Professor Bratanau from Romania, Professor Chianto, Mr. Ramesh, good friend Chitoshi Koga from Japan, of course, Vincent, who you all know. So you can really see the study group is truly an international collaboration of people. Professor Lee and I got a paper we've submitted, and hopefully we'll have our first MIKE publication in the near future, if the reviewers are nice to us, of course. We know how that is. What's the benefits of joining MIKE? Successful companies will be recognized as one of the global 100 MIKE. It's a wonderful thing as an accolade. I know several of the companies who have achieved that award are very, very proud of it, and they use it in their marketing and with their people, which is the most important stuff. They use that to showcase to their people that the systems and processes of innovation in their organizations is very successful and being recognized. So it's a really great thing to do for the employees. It gives you an opportunity to really self-assess yourself. I think one of the great benefits that I saw, like for example, EY, which was one of the winners last year internationally, started out also in Australia. And I know our Australian counterparts said when we went through the exercise that they learned so much about themselves, and they were able to think and reflect and actually make changes within their business. We receive or give feedback from the panel. So we have a great international panel. So when you have a look at the people who are on the MAKE Awards or the study group itself, we also set up a very independent panel for the judging, which then gives some very excellent feedback to the companies. And you get to do exactly what you're doing today, join in a networking forum like companies. I remember being in Hong Kong for the presentations ceremonies. Not only was in Hong Kong, but then I got invited to another knowledge management conference, and the connections and so forth are just amazing, and we still have those connections to this day. What does our framework look like? We in the center of the MIKE framework is what we call an ecosystem of innovation. And on the outside, we have human capital, should be social capital and structural capital. We have to fix that slide. It's all about leadership, knowledge workers, the networks we create, the user needs, satisfying user needs, making sure that within the organization, we have a good innovation culture, we allow for creativity, which then is reflected in our systems, practices, and ultimately products and services. And as you can see by the arrows, everything is interlinked. It's all parts of the chain. If you're missing one of the pieces, it just doesn't work. So that's what we're trying to assess when we're looking at these companies, is looking for this framework of IC practice-based innovation. The assessment criteria that we use, we look at different aspects of human, relational, innovation, and process capital. I won't go through the whole thing. But at the end of the day, this is the framework that we use, which is part A. So when we get an application from an organization, we sit down as a group. So for example, in Australia, my group would sit down and we would assess each of the applicants against this criteria and give them a score. So that's a kind of like the qualitative part. And there's also kind of like a quantitative part. So if you've got any metrics on how you've been implementing your knowledge management practices through new products, market share, patents, revenues, anything that you can give us in numbers. Sometimes it's difficult because it's very highly sensitive information to many companies. So just, sometimes they can come at a very high level, which is really great. But it actually helps us understand how they actually measure their performance, because that's also quite important as well. This is just a list of last year's Global Mike Award winners in alphabetical order, without privileging one person company over the other. I won't read through every one of them, but you can see there's a wonderful collection of companies from all over the world. And several of those ones with asterisks against them are companies who continue to, who actually received the award in 2018 and have continued to show their excellence in innovation, and were very deserving winners again in 2019. So with that, please, if you want to join, if you haven't joined already, please visit our website, globalmikeaward.com. There's some really interesting stuff there other than just the applications. And we look forward to having you be applicants and participants in future years. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, John, for this very nice overview of what the Mike Award is all about. And yeah, as you said, so we encourage really everyone to apply, and it's a very interesting benchmarking or bench learning activity too. So, and usually you get some very valuable feedback. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Vincent. And I will give my apologies because I have to leave because I have an exam with my students from Bologna Business School online in about 20 minutes. So I have to get offline and prepare for that. So to everybody, thank you very much for inviting me to speak tonight. And I will definitely be around and hope you have a fun day. Thank you.
Thank you, John, and see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Great. So next, I would like to invite Professor W.B. Lee from the Hong Kong Polytech University, and who's at the head of the Knowledge Management and Innovation Research Center, to give some comment on the Mike Award winner from this year. Professor W. Lee, you can share your screen. Yep.
Yeah. Full screen. Hi. Good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, let me thank Vincent for organizing this 2020 Global Mike Award event, and Dr. John May giving us the opening, and the panelists this afternoon, and all the judges which help out to the assessment, and of course the audience all around. I'd like to make a few points about this 2020 event. This year we have 19 countries and regions. Sorry. Yeah, thank you. We have 19 companies, joining a final assessment, and we have 19 awardees from 8 countries or regions. And in addition, among the 19 winners, we have also selected 5 outstanding winners, right? And they are, well, in alphabetical order: the Bank of Ayuda Public Company Limited from Thailand, Venus University from Indonesia, and Dubai Municipality from MENA. MENA stands for Middle East and North Africa region. And the 4th is Goddam Tidal River Hydropower Development Company Limited from China. And last but not the least, Nokia Software Cloud Services from the United States. And this is a distribution of the global winners in the 8 countries or region. Yeah. Actually, from this one, we have also, the previous winner who have gone through a validation process. It means they don't have to, compete with all the other, but because of achievement, we recognize them. They continue to be the global winners. And lastly, I would like to thank, our international judging panel with Professor Leif Emerson as our honorary advisor. And also we have a 5 member, from different countries, Australia, UK, Estonia, and 2 from United States. And today we have Dr. Andrews and also Mr. John joining us. Thank you very much for your time, to give a comment on our winner this year. Well, because of the time, I will cut short my speech, and I hope there will be more countries from other continents joining us next year in 2021. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Professor Lee. We also this year decided to invite also 2 panel members who have reviewed the applications to share a little bit their insight of what they have learned. So we have Dr. Andreas and John Howell from the US. So John, for John, it's thank you so very much, particularly for you, and I think Rosalie also, who's based in the US. It's really the middle of the night for you, so it might be 3 in the morning for you. So thank you so much for being here with us. And so now I will leave the floor to both you, John, and Dr. Andreas, to tell us a little bit what you have learned or what you have seen, or what triggered your interest by reviewing this Global Mike Award winners this year. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Vincent. And hello, Andreas. How's my audio? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you well.
All right. Sounds good. So yes, good morning, good afternoon. Congratulations on another year of exciting awards. I guess Andreas and I have, maybe 10, 15 minutes to share a few thoughts. So we did some preparation beforehand, and the first thought that he and I were considering was how impressed we were by the shared language we saw across the awards. So as you just saw from John's slides, the human capital, the relational capital, innovation capital process, or maybe oversimplified to people, process, and technology. That's something that we're probably all quite familiar with. It was just nice to see that not only were there knowledge management practices, but also innovation practices offered in basically every single application that we looked at. So to see how across the world, we're becoming more and more skilled at these approaches, these processes to keep businesses, organizations, and the purpose of the work that we do being successful. Andreas, how about you? What did you notice?
Absolutely. We discussed that topic of language, and that is also remarkable because we have participants from various sectors, from the business sector, from the public administration, municipality, from NGOs, and also academic institution, which is diverse. They have different backgrounds, they use different languages, but evidently knowledge management is bringing them together under a common umbrella and approach. But let me also thank you for the invitation and wish you a good day. I'm really excited to be part of this forum, and we were both very excited about the fantastic nominations that we read. Personally, I was instantly intrigued by the targeted, systematic, and integrated approach to knowledge management that all these companies and organizations have demonstrated. So that is not only expressing we have the latest artificial intelligence solutions, but it is really a thoughtful alignment of activities and measures towards the visions of the companies, the missions, the strategies. They are all linked mindfully with knowledge management and innovation management. The various pillars that have been designed include a well-balanced portfolio of governance, cultural elements, communities, as John mentioned. And I think that even the very advanced technologies that are applied, specifically artificial intelligence, semantic technologies have been mentioned very often. That is very much appreciated and very important. Still, the context of the human use has never been forgotten and had relevance. And therefore, we both thought that all the applications had a very sound and well-balanced portfolio of activities.
Building on that systemic view, or that balance, Andreas and I quite enjoyed as we were talking about this. This is hard to describe, but almost what you would call a polarity, that infinity loop, that back and forth balance of two things we noticed across all of the applications: the knowledge management and innovation needs of an organization, as well as the business needs or organizational needs going on inside whatever type of organization it was. And isn't it interesting? We found it interesting that the KM applications and innovation approaches were supporting the business needs, which was great to see. So expressed business needs being met by knowledge management, but then also they seem to support each other for unexpressed business needs. So for example, we saw communities of practice are helping, and then I won't name specific business needs, but then we also saw communities of practice are helping engagement, relational innovation, process capital is also improving on its own just by doing knowledge management and innovation approaches. So this interesting balance of expressed needs and unexpressed needs being met through these applications. So
yeah, rightly. John, you have mentioned business needs. That was something that we discussed and was well reflected. And I think that there is a growing sensitivity for also societal needs. And we realized that the partnership elements are very strongly reflected in the knowledge management, let's say, for the nominations. So not only internal and egoistic organizational goals have been reflected, but also the, let's say, orientation towards the society and the network is becoming stronger. That is important for me to see, because honestly, we have experienced a time where organizations have been focusing only on their own profit, on their own growth and growth. And that led us to the situation in which we are currently, with environmental damages and much more. And I think that we need to take more responsibility for our planet. We need to partner with each other to make a difference, to contribute to a more sustainable development of our planet. So the partnerships with other organizations in exchanging knowledge are becoming more important. We are living in a time where collaborativeness is the new competitiveness. And we are living in a context where sustainable development is one of the biggest markets. So let us not only think about our own narrow-minded perspective of being the best and the greatest, but also keep in mind, of course, we want to be great, but also keep in mind society and the responsibility that we have for it. So I want to thank all of those that are front runners in this regard, and I would like to encourage all the others out there to follow this path and to combine organizational values with societal values. Knowledge management must be an important player in sustainable development, because the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations, can only be achieved through knowledge and knowledge partnership, knowledge that is shared globally. That is why I think that KM and innovation has to play a role in sustainable development.
Beautifully said, Andreas. And one final thought from me as well. We wonder if, as the robots are replacing jobs, as algorithms and macros and scripts come in more and more to organizations, whether it's, like you say, societal related, for-profit, non-profit, government, military, non-government, we wonder if maybe the greatest innovation is one of the most ancient innovations. What if conversation itself is the innovation that we can focus on for at least this year? It seems as though conversation has been left up to chance, rather than a deep dive study of how is it that we interact with each other. It's been taken for granted that we're all skilled at the simple word of convening and conversing with each other. So we did notice that in these applications, and I guess hope to see even more innovation related to how do we hold skillful yet often challenging conversations inside organizations and beyond organizational boundaries. Because if that's the kind of skill and innovation and knowledge that we can share, I think the potential impact will be noteworthy. So thank you all. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And also to the organizers for this very professionally organized process. We felt being well informed, having received a lot of background information, and it was really nice to be judges in this process. Congratulations to all the winners.
Thank you, John and Andreas, for your valuable insight, and also for your words of wisdom regarding the future and the role that KM should play to ensure that organizations become sustainable and care about not only their profit but or the world in which we live in. Great. So let me now. Time has come to listen to our winners. Let me go back to my slides. Here we go. Okay, so now we will have our we will have our 5 most outstanding Global Mike Award winners companies that are going to share with us their journey and share some of the, maybe some of the good or potentially best practices or next practices that they have come through. So since the event is live, so I will first invite our presenter here from Thailand. We are very, very proud that even so this is the first year that we run the Mike Award in Thailand, that we had not 2 winners from the Global Mike Award, but also one among the 5 most outstanding Global Mike Award winners. So that's very, very good for of course for Krungsri, but also for Thailand. I think it will inspire a lot of organization to follow their lead. Great. So I will invite now Kun Una from Krungsri Bank to share with us their journey. Thank you.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, good afternoon, all distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank you, give special thanks to the judges who have like strong efforts to read our work and understand and recognizing our efforts on building knowledge management and creating innovative culture. On this occasion, I would like to also congratulate to other winners of today as well. And on behalf of Krungsri, we feel very proud and very honored to receive both Thailand and Global Mike Award 2020, and especially be one of the 5 outstanding winners of today. Unfortunately, our Chief of HR Officer, Dr. Wasin Udom Rashatawanit, he could not join the session today, but he would like to express his gratitude toward this award. So we have like a VTR, his VTR.
Today is another good day for Krungsri to receive such a great news from executive judges of the Global Mike Award. We feel very honored to receive 3 awards, even though we have just entered this award for the first year. First, we are very pleased to hear that we won Thailand Mike Award for the golden level. But when we hear that we are the 5 most outstanding winners of the Global Mike Award, which is the grand prize, we feel very proud and very honored. To win this award, I would like to give credit to every team in Krungsri for their innovation in Krungsri. Even we are in the difficult situation and we guarantee that we are on the right track, we will continue to make our best effort in taking care of our people. We will keep developing our people. We will create better working environment to support our people so that our people can deliver best products and best services to our customers. Krungsri is committed to continuous innovation and knowledge management to make further progress to maintain the quality that we have received this prestigious award. We promise that we will make best effort to keep what we are doing right, and we will try our best to continue to improve ourselves. Lastly, we are also committed to delivering on our promise of make life simple to our customers both locally and internationally with strong social and governance responsibility. ขอบคุณครับ
Okay, and that's our Chief of HR Officers. And he said in the VTR, this award is to guarantee that we are on the right track. And we promise to continue to make our best effort in taking care of and developing our people so that our people can deliver best products and services to the customers. But before we share our practice to the audience today, let me give you more detail about our company so you will understand more about us. Bank of India or Krung-Si, we are the 5th largest bank in Thailand, and we are part of Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Group, which is the largest financial group in Japan and one of the largest financial group in the world. Today, before we start sharing our story, I would like to take you through our short introduction about ourselves.
ตำนานของธนาคารกรุงศรีกำเนิดขึ้นครั้งแรกในปี 2488 ที่จังหวัดพระนครศรีอยุธยาธุรกิจของธนาคารมีการเติบโตอย่างแข็งแกร่งในปัจจุบันเราเป็นบริษัทในเครือของ MUFG หรือ Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Group กลุ่มสถาบันการเงินที่ใหญ่ที่สุดในญี่ปุ่นและเป็นหนึ่งในกลุ่มสถาบันการเงินที่ใหญ่ที่สุดในโลกจากวันนั้นจวบจนวันนี้กว่า7 ทศวรรษที่เราเป็นสถาบันการเงินชั้นนำที่ให้บริการทางการเงินอย่างครบวงจรสร้างสรรค์ผลิตภัณฑ์ที่หลากหลายที่ตอบสนองทุกไลฟ์สไตล์และความต้องการของลูกค้าโดยส่งมอบการบริการที่อบอุ่นและมีประสิทธิภาพผ่านสาขามากกว่า600แห่งทั่วทุกภูมิภาคของไทยเราเป็นผู้นำในธุรกิจสินเชื่อบุคคลและบัตรเครดิตที่มีส่วนแบ่งการตลาดสูงสุดและเราพร้อมจะส่งมอบพันธสัญญาเรื่องเงินเรื่องง่ายให้ลูกค้าทุกกลุ่มทั้งในระดับประเทศและระดับสากลด้วยพลังแห่งศักยภาพและเครือข่ายที่แข็งแกร่งในวันนี้กรุงศรีผงาดขึ้นสู่การเป็น1 ใน 5สถาบันการเงินที่มั่นคงที่สุดของประเทศและได้รับคัดเลือกจากธนาคารแห่งประเทศไทยให้เป็น1 ใน 5สถาบันการเงินที่มีความสำคัญเชิงระบบในการขับเคลื่อนเศรษฐกิจและมีบทบาทต่อระบบการเงินโดยรวมของไทยอย่างเต็มภาคภูมิ
And that is Krung-Si in short. As seen from the video, we have been serving Thai people for more than 7 decades with our mission and vision. And we strongly believe with our clear mission and vision and strategy, it will provide our people with a sense of direction and ensure leadership commitment to become an innovative organization. Our management sees the importance of aligning communication with direction and carry this value in the way they work and do business. They ensure that the key strategic theme, think digital first, and core strategy have been communicated repeatedly. So just recap about the Krung-Si Bank. We are, you already see us from the VTR that we are we have been around in Thailand for 7 decades. And with our mission and vision, we believe that our clear mission and vision will help us, will help our people to have a sense of direction and ensure leadership commitment to become an innovative organization. Our management see the importance of aligning communication with the direction and carry these value in the way that they work and do business. So they, ensure the key strategic theme, which is think digital first, and core strategies have been communicated repeatedly through multiple channels. Here we have town hall meetings, conference, portal, email that explain what is the midterm business plan is, so that our people have a sense of the company's direction and feel empowered to deliver their best to our customers. This one, he is our former president and CEO, Noriaki Goto, who is right now our vice chairman of board of directors. He kicked off the direction Deliver Superb Customers Experience leveraging digital innovation many years ago. In the leadership conference with more than 1,200 leaders from across the country, so that he ensured that the direction is communicated. And also when he stepped down from the president and CEO position, this message is still continued by our current president and CEO, Khun Seichiro Akita. In order to drive towards digital transformation, there are many initiatives to steer Krung-Si towards this direction. Cultivating organization innovation culture is also one of the key elements that help us reach our goal. Core values help to ensure that our employees are working towards the same goal. If you look at this logo, actually, we have a campaign to for the employees to compete and design the logos, and we choose this one. We place our customer at the center, and around the center is the rest of the value that encourage culture of innovation. In 2018, we have revised one of our core values. It used to be embracing changes, but right now it is making innovative changes to make it more clear. And people have to make the things change. In 2019, we have reviewed our leadership competencies, and we add agile innovation mindset to emphasize to our leaders the importance of being innovative, and it starts with them. This demonstrates our evolution and effort to stay up to date and be relevant. In addition to the values, there are other key enabling factors that we build to help us foster and cultivate organization innovation culture in Krung-Si. For example, like open communication, innovative working environment and spaces, as we see from many organizations that have been started to do. Or even we launch a contest to encourage our employees to submit the practical ideas to win 1 million baht. Next, I will talk about empowering knowledge worker for innovation. We all realize that with the shift of the workforce landscape, the arrival of 4.0 industrial revolution and the COVID-19 situation, this is the most critical time to empower our people and get them prepared with the skill needed for the future. We have around 15,000 employees at the bank, and 99 are knowledge workers. 40% of our people are Gen Y and 12% are Gen Z. It means that half of our employees are new generation, and we have to be aware of that. To empower our employees to be innovative, we have placed emphasis on a continuous development towards development of philosophy, which is people excellence. This can be achieved through 4 things. It's very simple. The first one is, how can we embed Krung-Si core values to our people? Developing strong leadership competencies, building professionalism so that they can deliver best product and services to customers, and reinforcing the good corporate citizenship. The way we develop our people is based on the following principle. We would like to share, there are 4 principles that we adhere to. The first one is learner-centric design. I will talk about later. We put on employees at the heart of the program design. The second one is encourage ownership of individual development and lifelong learning. It means that every day is your learning day. We have a campaign launched throughout the organization. And the third one is maximize learning effectiveness and collaboration through the 70-20-10 model for learning and development, which is not new, but we have to adhere, and we try to embed the learning to the on the job, and they've learn every day. And the last one, keep on building knowledge database. Next one is, these are 6 learning programs that we have been changed, redesigned to focus on the learner. And this is how we call our program today, to address individual and organizational challenges. The first one is achieving everyday success. The second one is striving beyond your best, getting ready for future, winning business challenges, growing expertise, and leading to the next level. These 6 programs will cover all their challenges. And next is the example of our knowledge repository. It's educate employee through internal communication platform to encourage more innovative. To empower knowledge worker for innovation, we have identified necessary knowledge for future skill, especially the one that drive innovation and digital transformation. This is a sample of getting ready for the future program that has been designed to help our employee to be well-rounded and be able to use creativity in their work, to drive innovation solution and achieve the digital first mission. There are 3 areas that we are focusing on. The first one is customer-centric, and the second one is digital capability, and the third one is agile way of working. Here you can see under the customer-centric, we aim to help our employee to understand more of the customer pain point. For example, like we inject like design thinking or business ecosystem, delivering customer experience, so that our employees will know how to, we will know the way to find the pain point and come up with the prototype that can serve the customer. Last year, we achieved 100% of our employees learn about digital innovation and design thinking, because we make these 2 courses like mandatory courses for every employee. So 15,000 of employees, they learn about like digital and design thinking. Next will be our sample. This one we launched like design sprint for change for the top management team. This is like, you know, the first team that we need to launch so that they understand what is the design sprint concept is. And they have to like, you know, be the person who drive to drive the team to understand more of the customer pain point. The second is knowledge transfer through the cross-functional workshops. Design sprint workshop, the way to solve customer pain point. Okay, so you can see we test the prototype with the real customers. And this is at the end of the program, we celebrate the success. And we even recognize our employee who passed, you know, the long journey. This is another course, another example, effective business integration program for branch manager and wealth officer that has been conducted virtually across the country. This program will help our employee to understand more about economics, business integration, and business finance, so that our customer service or branch managers become financial advisor for bringing an innovative product and service to our customers. This is an example of analytic boot camps. This to equip future skill for our staff like Python, Power BI, and so on, or even like machine learning for our staff with real business case to solve during the program. And we conduct in live session. Another key element to support in building innovative organization is the leaders. In the last few years, we have developed key development theme, moving to the next, which based on the requirements from top management and the direction of the organization. This design principle help to ensure the alignment of leadership development, to support our leaders to lead their teams in the age of digital disruption and moving our organization to the next level. The key theme consists of like 4 pillars. The first one is new way of working, focusing on customer-focused innovation, experiencing in digital transformation, accelerate through collaboration, focusing on like 360-degree collaboration across the organization. And the last one is transforming your team, meaning that you have to, as a leader, you have to go back and drive change. These are the example of the immersive trip for all SMT. We brought them to UK and China to learn from the real experience. And also, next please. We launched the Transcend Program, what we call. It's a co-leadership program for like division head, because we know that they are leaders of the organization, and we have to drive change through the leaders, to these leaders. We have been working with like Harvard Corporate Learning Team to come up with this program. And we also brought like these leaders to Beijing to learn from the real companies. We are so lucky that, the Chinese company welcome us and they share the knowledge with us. And we also like, when we learn, we have to like keep recording and transfer the knowledge to other people. We also went to Beijing and also Shenzhen. We went to Huawei, Ping An, Tencent, and we learned a lot. In addition, what we learn a lot is not only the technologies, but it's their mindset towards the change. There is an urgency for the change. If you don't change right now, you will left behind. So everybody, every leader feel the change so that they come back and they start to innovate. At the end of the program, we have like 6 impactful projects implemented. And we received like 100% satisfaction score. Last but not least, I would like to share with you one of the showcase, what we call like Mirai. Mirai means future in Japanese. This is a separate team with which is structured differently from the current organization and was given full authority in creating these new initiatives. The team successfully launched an innovative digital banking products under the brand kept by Krungsri in July 2020. This solution is the innovative saving application, which has been specially developed using cutting-edge technology with an aim to help Thai people install healthy financial habits in order to achieve long-term financial stability. And they have like separate working culture, simple, open speed, and that's a photo show. That's the lead of the project. And they use like OKR, and at the end they like communicate repeatedly and also celebrate success. And this is the voice from our real customer. They're happy to see like they earn interest, they love the application concept and features, and enjoy like promotion and referral campaign, and enjoy the product. And as a result from this project, we won Retail Banking Innovation Award. However, moving forward to the new way of working with new business challenges ahead, we will continue the effort to advance our innovative knowledge practices in order to deliver best products and services for our customers. And we are looking forward to fostering innovative solutions for many years to come. We are humble and appreciative. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Very, very impressive and very inspirational. So, and thank you again sorry again for the technical glitches, and thank you so much for your flexibility. We really appreciate it. Invite our next speaker. So from Bangkok University. So Dr. Elijan to present your presentation, and hopefully by the time we are finished, we'll be able to complete the presentation here. Again, all our apologies for this. And Dr. Elijan, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Vincent. Sorry, you can hear my voice clear?
Yes, you just need to move your slide full screen.
Okay.
And then you should be good.
Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to share improving innovation performance in Binus University. Binus University, the role of KM amid the outbreak. There are three agendas that I want to share with you all. The first one is Binus University at a glance, the role of KM in innovation. And the last one is innovation performance. Binus University at a glance. Binus University started from modern computer course on 21st October 1974 in a car garage, founded by Mr. Joseph Bibo Hadi Puspito and Teresia Widya Suryaningsi. Currently, we have 10 campuses located in 4 provinces, 3 learning centers, and 1 boarding house. We have more than 12,000 new students per year, more than 40,000 active students, more than 2,000 active lecturers, and more than 100,000 alumni. The role of KM in innovation. Binus University has a systematic process for capturing internal and external knowledge, organizing it, and sharing it through our organization. The intranet-based KM portal was built using Microsoft SharePoint technology, followed by internet-based KM portal to ensure knowledge availability, accessibility, and also to expand knowledge sharing. We develop internal network and connectivity to encourage sharing knowledge process. For example, intense sharing knowledge takes place in this research interest group, resulting in high impact research and scientific publication in national and international platform. The heterogeneity of research topic and research and development, research interest groups, lays the foundation for student research at all levels and enhance research collaboration between student and faculty. Research collaboration is carried out both inside and outside the country with those who support quadruple helix innovation. As mentioned by Andreas Bredner and John Howell, I think collaboration is very, very important. I agree with you all, with you too, Mr. Andreas and John Howell. We also develop external network and connectivity to support knowledge sharing. In 2011, Binus University, together with 20 other universities, announced the formation of the Nationwide University Network Indonesia. It has a work program for the development of student mobility, lecturer mobility, and collaborative research program to develop knowledge sharing environment. Acquiring knowledge and skill through the program is considered to be an effective and efficient way of successful innovation. We develop internal network and connectivity to encourage sharing knowledge process. We develop internal network and connectivity to encourage sharing knowledge process. For example, intense sharing of knowledge take place in this RIG, I have mentioned it. Binus University find it increasingly difficult to internalize innovation. Binus University therefore started working collaboratively across organizational boundary to ensure sustained innovation and competitive advantage. We implemented a digital asset management system for faster flow of information and knowledge. KM create a culture conducive to creativity and innovation, a culture within which learning, creativity, and innovation not only through best practices but also through mistake are encouraged and valued. The COVID-19 crisis impacted knowledge sharing in our university. Change and uncertainty are external factors that we cannot avoid. We focus on how to learn faster to reduce knowledge gap, utilize knowledge, and build and strengthen the culture of innovation. This encourage and enable our knowledge workers to innovate for achieving and maintaining a sustainable competitive advantage. The COVID-19 crisis has forced universities around the world to move online for teaching, research, and collaboration. Our knowledge and innovation management have helped us in this shift. For example, the self-developed Binus LMS, known as Binus Maya, version 5, help lecture in many ways. This includes management of course material, learning outcome, teaching and learning, strategy, and assessment. Binus University also developed its own LMS to support Binus online learning with organized distance learning. We are now developing Binus mobile Binus Maya version 7. Binus University experience in applying blended learning by utilizing Binus Maya over decades facilitate the transition to 100% online learning system. Innovation performance. Binus University is the only institution from Indonesia to win the Global MIC Award 3 times in consecutive year, the Asian MIC Award 3 times, and the Indonesian MIC Award 11 times in a row from 2007 to 2017. Binus University was awarded as Human Resource Best Company to Work For in Asia 2020 and 2017. Binus University was awarded as one of the top 10 best companies that have been recognized by Employer of Choice 2019 and 2017 by Conferry in collaboration with SUA Magazine. Binus University has been ranked among the world top 1,000 universities according to the 2021 US World University Ranking, making it to be the top Indonesian private university for 2 consecutive years. Only 8 Indonesian universities made it to the 2021 World University Ranking list, and 7 of them are public university. Binus is currently the only university in Indonesia that has successfully attained an overall of 4 QS star with the maximum 5-star rating in the aspect of teaching, employability, facilities, inclusiveness, and social responsibility. In Asia, Binus University is ranked 227 among university in the region. It is also ranked among the world's top 500 university in the computer science and information system, and top 500 university and the QS graduate employability ranking. In November last year, Binus Business School was officially one of the 5% of top business school in the world to earn ASSB accreditation, one of the 18 ASSB accredited business school in Asia, and one of the 2 ASSB accredited business school in Indonesia. And we also have already granted for TechWorld, ABET, AUM QA, and EAB. The last 5-year condition illustrate that Binus University achieved remarkable sustainable growth. Achievement of sustainable growth can be seen from the increasing trend of the Scopus Index paper. Data of copyright reflect the increasing trend for the last 5 years. Binus University competitive position is viewed in various aspects. If a comparison of market percentage share is done with some of the best university in Indonesia, Binus University is ranked second with a percentage of market share of 18% in 2020 and superior among other private university competitors. The market share achievement is challenging because of the outbreak in the early 2020, especially among the top 10 universities, including public and private university in Indonesia. Data of student intake reflect the increasing trend for the last 6 years consecutively. Data of worker turnover for the last 7 years exhibit the fluctuation and descending trend. Data of lecture turnover for the recent 7 years represent the fluctuation and descending trend. Data of students who are willing to recommend Binus University in the last 2 years indicate an escalating trend. Student satisfaction in 2019 to 2020 is measured by service and experience satisfaction, which indicate an increasing trend in all campuses. The graduation parent satisfaction percentage result in the last 2 years show an increasing trend. The industry satisfaction result indicate a slightly decreasing trend in the last 2 years. Survey result for internal customer satisfaction in the last 2 years shown a slight increasing trend. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for sharing your insights, Dr. Allegiant. So since again we are experiencing this technical glitch, so we need to reboot our computer here. So what I propose is that we take a 10-minute break, and we come back in 10 minutes, and hopefully all our technical problem will be solved. So just stretch, go walk a bit, and come back in 10 minutes, and hopefully from our side we will be ready to continue. Sorry about this, but it looks like that's the only way for us to restart the system. And once again, so after all presentation, we will take question and answers. So if you have any question, you can stay logged in. You don't have to log off. We will log off and come back in a few minutes. Thank you all, and sorry for this technical inconvenience. Thank you. Great. So let's move to our next speaker. So this will be from the Dubai municipality from UAE. So this will be Engineer Ahmed and Ms. Soa that will present what they have been doing at the municipality of Dubai. Let me, you should be able to share your screen. Yes, we can see it. Ahmed?
Yes.
Okay, you're here. Okay, wonderful. Is Soa also here with you, or you will just? Soa,
please share the presentation.
Yes, yes, we can see it. Perfect. You can start. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank you for this opportunity to be part of the ceremony, which I'm sure is beneficial for all of us. I'm Ahmed Al-Bidwawi, Director of Knowledge and Innovation Department in Dubai Municipality. I'm happy to share with you a high-level perspective to our knowledge and innovation management system, along with main points that help us progress in this field. Being a part of Dubai and UAE, knowledge and innovation management is one of the main fields that the country is focusing on. And it's obvious this result that Dubai and UAE are pioneering. I will start by giving a quick introduction about Dubai municipality, which is also mirroring the development of Dubai as being a part of it. Dubai municipality was founded in 1954 with only 7 employees, with one of main tasks cleaning the city. 7 years later, in 1961, the ruler of Dubai issued a decree establishing the municipality and defining its main tasks. We came a long way since then with huge progress and development, where today we are one of the largest government organizations in Dubai, with more than 12,300 employees from 63 different nationalities. Dubai municipality is currently responsible for 13 main municipal businesses, which include 177 services, all toward achieving the Dubai municipality vision of a happy and sustainable Dubai. Our scope is the largest among other Dubai government organizations in terms of services and projects. Example of such diverse businesses are urban planning and legislation, managing GIS, managing of markets, public parks, and recreation facilities, spreading and developing green area, integrated waste management, and controlling public health and food security related activities in the events. Such to give an idea to our diversity of our business now. Next, please, Soha. Given the size of the scope of Dubai municipality responsibilities, we currently have the organization structure of 34 departments distributed among 6 sectors. 3 of our sectors are focusing on our core businesses. The other 3 sectors are our backbone for the business development and services delivery support, in which the knowledge and innovation department lies. Under the business development sector, we have a dedicated business unit for knowledge and innovation management to oversee all the knowledge innovation management activities organization-wide, with the 3 sections: knowledge sharing and documentation management, and ideation and innovation management. We ensure in Dubai municipality that all organizational units work in harmony and coordination to deliver our vision, mission, and strategic goals. Next, please. Coming to focus on knowledge and innovation management, we in Dubai municipality have integrated our knowledge and innovation management system, which we do believe in a main strength points that helps us to direct such a system toward results and impact reflected on the DM businesses. We coverage efforts to post knowledge and innovation management capabilities with an aims of enhancing knowledge creation and creativity, which is the nucleus for the innovation, which is the term reflected on the DM municipality core businesses. We have an integrated strategy and ecosystem. And now I will leave the floor to my colleague Soha. Farouk will continue. I will take you quickly through our system, our knowledge and management system. Thank you. Please, Soha.
Thank you very much, Engineer Ahmed, and good afternoon, everybody. I'm happy to be with you. Is my voice clear?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm very happy actually to be a part of this community today, and continuing to what Engineer Ahmed has presented, I'm going to take you quickly through some highlights on our knowledge and innovation management journey. I think it is stuck. I'm trying to move it. Let me just stop the share and try again. Well, here's our knowledge and innovation management strategy. Actually, as I've said, that we have integrated our knowledge and innovation management systems, and we have prepared our strategy, IKI-SEA strategy, knowledge and innovation management strategy, which is actually aligned with the Dubai municipality strategy, the organizational strategy. It reflects all the strategic pillars in the strategy is reflected in our knowledge and innovation management strategy. The aim of this strategy is to ensure that the organization is achieving its goals and achieving its vision along with the vision of the Dubai itself, which is we are part of it and working towards that. Through this vision, as you've said, we're focusing our objectives to ensure to enable the platform and the capabilities in order to ensure that the organization is achieving the objectives and ensure that it has its innovation. Can you hear me? I can see something. Okay, and ensure to it have its innovation and the output of the innovation reflected in the core business. So when we already said this strategy, it was that put in mind that the organization itself, that we are working toward this organization. And one of the main strength points that we have is that we have aligned our strategic knowledge and innovation management system with the strategic human capital system, which means that we do understand that there will be no creativity, there will be no innovation without people. Accordingly, when we give it a strategic dimension, we ensure that in order to have a strategic knowledge and innovation management system, we should have a strategic human capital management system, which means that at every step of the phases along the human capital management system, in the planning, in the recruitment, development, and the incentivizing, the innovation is a critical part and it serves the innovation, because at the end, we are two sides of one coin towards achieving the strategic objective. And on the organizational level, we are already sharing a learning and organization founded on creativity and innovation. This is one of the strategic objectives that we are already sharing. And here, this is our ecosystem. We have integrated all the knowledge and innovation activities into this ecosystem in a way that it can show the processes, not only of the knowledge and innovation management, but all the other supporting activities and systems and interrelated into such ecosystem. To just give you a quick view of it, actually, our system is focused, which means that we are already having some focus areas which we are focusing on in order to reach to the benefit and in order to get the benefit realizations in these focus areas. And we believe that this is one of our main focus area or main strength points, that we know where we are going to invest in the knowledge management and innovation activities and where we want to reach. So having the vision clearly from the beginning makes us or make it easy for us and easier in order to know what we're going to measure and how we're going to measure and how to ensure that we are working in the right track. So we're starting from understanding the challenges and opportunities through driving all the knowledge and innovation management activities through the ideation, through the initiative proposal stage, through the initiative implementation, and then to innovation benefit realization. We're ensuring to provide all the KIM activities in every stage throughout this funnel. And as you've seen, including this funnel, which is the innovation funnel, which is in the middle, it is going from a big, broad number of ideas that will be ending up with the smaller and focused innovations. And on the other side, we have an inverted funnel for knowledge, because knowledge is an input and output in every stage of these phases. So accordingly, we have an inverted knowledge funnel, which means that the knowledge is increasing along this funnel. So as long as this is narrowing, we are having a widening knowledge base on that, which we're doing it in our database, and we're ensuring to share with others and to make sure that we are utilizing this as much as we can. And definitely at the end here, which is the most important thing, that we do believe, as we've just explained, that it should be powered by the strategic human capital management, which is all the processes and all the procedures in the human capital management. We have a standalone unit for that, that is enforcing what we are doing. And getting into a more focused for the knowledge management framework, we have a detailed knowledge management framework, starting from identifying the knowledge gap. And actually, we're bearing in mind that we are working in sync with our ecosystem. So we're doing our KM maturity analysis, we're doing a SWOT analysis. We have a team across the organization, which we're doing this, not only our department, of course, and with the involvement of all other departments, in order to ensure what the gaps that we're having. And thus we're developing initiatives and activities regarding the knowledge sharing, knowledge capturing and learning, and in the information and content management. All of that towards reaching the knowledge creation, which is the base and the nucleus for innovation. Knowledge creation, which means that we want them to be creative, and we want at the end to have the organization achieve the goals in a very pioneering way, in a way that can not only contribute to the Dubai municipality as an organization, but contribute to Dubai city and the UAE, because we are a very important part in the Dubai city itself. And here we're talking about the concept that we are innovation-driven organization, which means that we are not putting our innovation system or knowledge and innovation management system in another silos, or we put it separately. No, we are working with the whole organization. We're developing all the tools, and we're providing them the models and frameworks, and we are working with them because they are innovating in the core business as per the focus areas that we are already setting with the strategy, and we're changing it periodically. Based on that, and across the organization itself, we have a value of our values is the creativity. And actually this helps us a lot in the sense of diffusing the culture. And we have, in order to do that, and along with the work of the KIM unit, the Knowledge and Innovation Management unit we have also our manager or the director of the department is the CKO, the Chief Knowledge Officer. And we have also the head of the sector of the business development is the Creativity Ambassador. Both of them, they are overseeing and providing a kind of the leadership support and the direction in order to ensure that it is across the organization and the system is working and up and running across the organization. And on another level, in order to ensure that the values are implemented, we have something called the Values Implementation Guide, in which every ambassador for each value across the organization has his own plan, has his own list of things that to be done in order to ensure that the value is really diffused, and it is not just we're giving like a value or a name for it. On the other hand, also something that can show how we are innovation driven, that we have our innovation charter, which is already signed by our DG and all the CEOs across the organization and all the leaders, which ensure their commitment toward innovation and toward knowledge sharing. So all of that is diffusing the culture and help us in actually to get our system up and running and to clearly and can go and implement our knowledge and innovation activities. We have also our behavioral competency guide, which is all the employees, as we've said, with the linkage with the HR, they are all evaluated. One of the evaluation measure is the creativity and competency. And here we're coming to measuring the outcome and the impact of our system. Actually, when we have done the integrated our knowledge and innovation management system, we have at that point we had a holistic view of where we want to go. As we have said, we have a clear direction on it. So based on that, we have set measures in order to help us measuring our system and the progress across it. So we're having our performance and operational systems, like the percentage of the participation of the employees in the activities in the knowledge and innovation management activities. We have the participation of the employees and various stakeholders in submitting the ideas, measuring of engagement in the development programs and trainings, the training per hours, all of such we're having it, the number of innovation labs, the ideas from the innovation labs, all of such we're having it and a long list. And we are also not measuring this operation because we want to know what's next. So what's next is what is our output from this. Our output from this, for example, is our DM innovation readiness is increasing with a positive trend across the 3 years. Our KM maturity level has already increased, and we have a positive trend across the last 3 years. And it is good to say that we have already this year have achieved the maturity level of 5, the fifth level and the highest in the IKI-SEA Excellence Award. And we have another conference, I think, in the next month or something to be recognized at that as well. We're also measuring the number of innovative projects, percentage with innovative projects with partners, number of research and studies. All of that is great and excellent to have. But we did not also stop at this point. We also need to know when we're doing all of this and we're excelling in this and the output is that excellent, what is again next, why we're doing this. So we're measuring it also from the impact it has on the business related to our focus areas too. So we're having the picture to be complete, and we have here the holistic view of how we are managing and measuring what we are doing. We have here, for example, we have the revenue and the cost reduction from innovative projects. And in the year between 2017 to 2019, it's around 174 million was revenue from related innovation projects. And we have around 140 million in dirhams. 140 million dirham in cost reduction related to the innovative project. We're measuring the customer happiness index, which reached till 2019, it was around 95%, and the community happiness was also around 95%. But also measuring from the core business. These are all just examples of what we have a long list of that, but I'm just giving you an idea of how we are measuring our system and how we are taking you across the journey. The air quality index as well, I think it reached around 98.something%. The marine quality index reached 99%. All of such things, they are related to the ecosystem. They started from the ecosystem, and they were equipped and backed by all of our knowledge and innovation management systems, and they are related to innovations that we have done. So that's how we are measuring it. And when we are measuring it, we are not only measuring it to be on the DM level, but we're also measuring it to be on the Dubai level, which is how we as a significant part of Dubai contributing to Dubai and to the UAE itself. So, for example, we have the UAE in the GII index. It has reached 34 globally, which was, I think, 2 places higher than in 2019. We have also been awarded, and we have been ranked among the first tier in the safety assessment in COVID-19. And we have been also across the 6 in the MENA region, in the MENA in the MENA region, and 6 in the across the world by the Resonance Group. And we have been ranked also in the region, the first in 2019 in the readiness of the artificial intelligence, and 19th worldwide. And here are just some examples of our innovations from an extended list we're having, and they are all backed by our KIM activities, as I said. For example, the Quranic Park. The Quranic Park is one of the main thing that we have lately, and it was actually the innovation in it from the government point of view is somewhat on a very good and high level. In terms of it, the innovation was in the business model, the innovation was also in the project management, in the concept design. It was on the human-centric approach, and it was done through all 360 degrees have been in idea generation in order to how to build a concept. And then after the concept is built, the structure has been built, which is very different than what the governments actually they are doing, just to give a consultancy company or something to build for them something or a park. But it went all the way around, and it has involved so many innovation levels in it. We have also our deep tunnel storm water system, one of our main projects that has a tremendous impact. It has already saved and using this system and using the widening of this the tunnel itself, it saved us a lot. Around, I think, 1 billion dirhams have been saved in doing this. We have also our Food Watch is one of our important platforms for food security, and we have our largest 3D printed building, which has already achieved the Guinness record. And here is, we do understand that actually innovation sparks when collaboration and partnership exists. So here is an example of our collaboration and open innovation. We have an extended list of partners in the knowledge and innovation activities with universities, with different, but among those from the international part is our partnership with the UN Habitat for the Dubai International Award for Sustainable Best Practices. I hope you have heard or even participated through that. And it has been there since long time, but it has been relaunched again. And it has now been concentrated on 8 main points: urban planning, infrastructure, artificial intelligence, climate change, and so many, the rest of these 8 things. And the objective of this is to award the very creative ideas and the innovative projects that added values to the communities across the world. Also, another example of our collaboration is our collaboration through the City Makers program, which is a government-wide program. And we have worked on 11 services. We're partnering with 24 local partners, governmental partners, and we're having 12 departments in DM involved in that. And as a result, 11 services have been redesigned and have been re-innovated and added value. And here are some of the outcomes, which is before and after the innovation of such services. And here are also some examples of our innovation accreditation. We have been accredited by the Global Innovation Institute. Many of our innovations have been awarded. And this, for example, we have the Smart Park, we have the aerial survey service, and we have the pearl testing, and we have also the sand excavation. And these are just examples. And here I'll just want to shed light on how we have dealt in COVID-19. First of all, on our knowledge and innovation management level, we as a unit, we have already, we were prepared. So actually it was easy for us to transfer everything to be virtual and to ensure that business continuity is on and we are working. And not only it is on, no, but we have accelerated it as much as we can, as we will show you in the next slide, on how it has effect on the core business. But from our side, we have ensured that all our weeks and events and the benchmarking and awareness sessions and everything have been done virtually, and it was 100% completed. And even we have achieved higher numbers than last year. And the reflection on that was on different aspects actually in the core business, which is why we are doing this system. at the end. So we understand that COVID-19 was a real indicator of how agile you are and how the system, especially the governmental system, how they are resilient and how they have or can pass this. And thanks God, we have already proved, and I believe that it's one of the best across the world models in dealing with COVID using our knowledge and innovation management ecosystem. So, for example, we have done it actually on 2 dimensions. We worked on generating ideas, working with the employees on generating new ideas in order to have new improvements and quick and agile improvements that can help and can be innovative, that can add value to us. And also we have worked on using the existing innovations that we have already been building and doing in order to pass this and in order to excel at this point. So for example, we have the use of the drones. You have a national disinfection program, and it was not easy to do it in that time in this and to adhering to the timelines of it. We have done it 100% plan achieved, and we have used the drone, the national disinfection program. In addition to that, also our employees have worked internally, and they have done some innovations in our vehicles to ensure reaching to the very narrowing areas. We have also, we have one of our innovations called the montage system, and it is for the product registrations. So one of the challenges, as you all know, the biocides and disinfectants. So in order to ensure that they are available in town, we had already our montage system, but also our people internally, they have worked on it, and they have done some innovations to it. So we have the registration time have been reduced from 12 days to 3 working days only. And not only that, we have also done innovations in the development of the safety parameters itself to ensure that they are 100%, because during COVID, so many products were around the world, and many of the people were doing it, were producing it, but they were not just effective. Many were trying to gain as much profit as they can. So we have already worked on that.
So we are running a bit out of time. Would you mind?
Yeah, I'm done. This is my last slide.
Okay, thank you.
That's my last slide. And this is only just an example of what we have done in terms of the medical waste and everything. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Soha and Ahmed. Again, very, very impressive, and it's very refreshing and also promising for us. I mean, to see how you were able to, I mean, to have KM and innovation embedded and working with each other. Too often, unfortunately, in organization, we see them as separate entities, and you were able to very nicely embed them with each other. So that's quite impressive, and congratulations for that. Great. So we will take question again at the end of your presentation, but thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Now we will have Yang from the Godian-Dadu River Hydropower Development Company to share with us their journey towards knowledge and innovation management. Yang, are you here? Yang doesn't seem to be here. Okay, well, maybe they had a technical glitch, or I don't know. Let's see if they come later on. So now, so let's move to our last presenter. So it's Miss Rosalie Larkin from Nokia Software and Cloud Services and Care from the US. So I think Rosalie is here with us today. Yeah, even so, it's very early for her. So I will show on her behalf the small video she recorded for us, and then she will be also available for Q&A later on. So just give me 2 seconds, and I will present Rosalie. Or Rosalie, if you want to say a few words before I start, up to you.
Thank you, Vincent. No, thank you for offering to share a video. It's really early in the morning for me here, so I chose to record the presentation instead of trying to fumble through it in the middle of my night.
Thank you.
And I'm really impressed, John, that you're able to do this so clearly. So kudos to you, John.
Thank you. Teamwork.
Just give me 2 seconds. Just locate the. Okay, and let me move to the next slide.
Hi, I'm Rose Larkin, one of Nokia's executives. Today, I'm humbled and honored to speak with you about our journey with knowledge management and competence development, referred to as KMCD. Let me begin by discussing the KMCD program that supports Nokia's core services and care organization. The single most important contributor to our success has been executive vision and sponsorship. Core Services and Care, CS&C, was formed in May of 2019. It is a global organization of 3,600 professionals who deliver technical design, integration, and maintenance services to help telecom and enterprise customers implement Nokia's core products. These customer networks typically include products from multiple other vendors, including competitors. CS&C has 10 delivery teams that include 3 central and 7 geographic delivery teams. Our Senior Vice President, Fran Heeren, established the KMCD function as part of the new organization to support these delivery teams. KMCD builds capability on how to deliver to customers through certification programs and collaborative learning with knowledge sharing and communities of practice. Embarking on this journey, we knew that we would need a holistic approach, top down as well as bottoms up, using both a carrot and a stick, facilitating with automation, and employing gamification concepts. Before going into specifics, I want to recognize one of my colleagues and his delivery team from the Middle East and Africa, the MIA delivery team. They also are a global mic winner. We are incredibly proud of Akhil Sharma and his team. As early adopters of KMCD, they set the bar for other delivery teams. Thank you, Akhil and your team. From a top-down perspective, Fran, our VP, measures each delivery team and KMCD on 3 key performance indicators, or KPIs. The 3 KPIs are: 1, the number of employees achieving at least 1 new Level 3 services professional certification. 2, the number of employees achieving at least 1 new Level 4 services expert certification. And 3, the number of knowledge transfer or sharing sessions delivered. From a technical certification perspective, the KPIs ensure that we don't lose focus on our people's development. It's all too easy to focus on short-term revenue and margin objectives, forgetting to take time to invest in our people. With the rapid pace of technology, we set these KPIs accordingly. 40% of our people were to achieve at least one new level 3 certification. 10% were to achieve one new level 4. Level 3 certifications have associated curriculums, all online, virtual, self-paced, and prepared by experienced practitioners. To obtain a level 3 certification, an employee must pass a proctored exam and complete a practical exercise. Level 4 certifications require a minimum of 6 months experience, proof of expert capability, and knowledge sharing evidence. A jury of peer experts grants a certification after an oral review. In 2020, we exceeded the level 3 KPI, but fell a bit short on level 4. Adoption of a new level 4 process introduced in 2020 took longer than expected. We did see a significant uptick in our fourth quarter for level 4, and therefore we expect a more robust result in 2021. From a knowledge transfer perspective, KPIs were imperative because our delivery teams operated as silos. Problems solved in one place were repeated in other areas of the world. We were not sharing any experiential learning across the globe. To get the ball rolling, we set low targets. By mid-year, the sharing sessions have taken off. In 2020, over 330 people delivered knowledge transfer sessions to more than 12,000 participants. What's more, cross-team attendance was at 50%, showing that the silos were coming down. Altogether, these 3 KPIs were the stick in our program, as they are tied to leader bonuses. From a bottoms-up perspective, we formed a governance board comprised of senior representatives from each delivery team. The board worked on the vision for how we manage knowledge and develop competence, prioritization of our certifications, capabilities for the future, input and critical review of our automation platform that I'll discuss later, and development and formation of our communities of practice. The governance board identified 12 communities of practice, or COPs, throughout the year. COPs are a group of people worldwide who share a common discipline. Given our silos and historical history, we needed to provide structure to get them going. A global champion leads the community. 10 local champions, 1 from each delivery team, encourages local participation. Yammer groups facilitate real-time global problem solving. And lead technical experts perform jury reviews for level 4 certifications. COPs are a natural target group for knowledge sharing sessions. We found that specialized COPs are significantly more active than those with a broader scope, such as 5G technology or project management. We will be looking at that more closely in 2021. Our Nokia Knowledge Center, an automation platform, facilitates our KMCD program. Our concept was to build a federated system to tie information together from existing tools and systems so that ultimately there would be a single source of truth. KPI reporting is automated and includes the Power BI reports you have seen. We've automated scheduling of the knowledge sharing sessions, including COPs to invite, earning learning index points, and storage for later consumption. We collect bottom-up demand for technical certifications to prioritize development. Employees use an automated workflow for level 3 certifications including scheduling lab time and publishing a professional certificate. We measure certification effectiveness through correlation of JIRA tickets and certifications. A Power Search feature rapidly collects product-related data from a wide variety of sources across Nokia. We are collecting and correlating a lot of data. Next, we need to do more to make the information easy to digest. We employ gamification in two ways. The leaderboard report of KPIs illustrated in the examples you've seen, and leveraging Nokia's Learning Index. The Learning Index tallies all forms of learning: formal learning, knowledge sharing sessions, Yammer contribution, self-study, into a single point system. Both forms of gamification provide friendly competition across delivery teams. The Learning Index also motivates individuals and teams at all levels in the organization. Here again, our MIA team exploited this friendly competition with significant benefits to their organization. In 2020, we introduced Monetary WOW Awards to recognize individuals and project teams that produced extraordinary results while implementing new ways of working. Wow. These new ways of working included innovation, knowledge sharing, extreme ownership, and the use of optimized approaches, among others. Up to 6 WOW awards are granted quarterly. These are announced on the CS&C intranet and in town hall meetings. We publish internal news articles to highlight the wow factors of each. Here again, our MIA team was a consistent winner of these awards in 2020. Now, I've spoken a great deal about our MIA team, but make no mistake, the Global Mike Award is an award for all of our efforts of all of our delivery teams across the globe. Our Knowledge Center has reported those and illustrates the global adoption. In summary, we have illustrated a holistic approach, top-down with vision and KPIs, bottoms up with governance, use of a carrot with the WOW awards, and use of the stick with KPIs tied to leaders' bonuses, facilitating automation through the Nokia Knowledge Center, and employing gamification concepts, including leaderboard reporting and Nokia's Learning Index. We have just begun our journey and look forward to continuing to evolve our program in a few ways by increasing focus on development of capabilities for the future, making the vast amount of data we've collected more digestible by our employees, and employing gamification in technical certification content. I'm delighted to be here today and appreciate the opportunity to speak at the Global Mike Awards ceremony. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rosalie. Once again, very impressive. And it's interesting how every of these top 5 winners, presented differently through different angles, their journey and their success, and quite inspirational. Great. So we have, let me make sure that we still don't have anyone from the Gyodan Dadu River Hydropower Development Company. No, Yang is not here. No. Okay, so I think we can move to the Q&A sessions. Let me see what Okay, so we have a set of different questions that were asked, and feel free to add to this. So first question from Binus University. So you can see in your Q&A part, how Binus, as a university that is quite advanced and adaptation of advanced technology, serve as a representative MIC outstanding winner, can play a role so that digital transportation technologies today as benefits for the industry and the growth of the useful innovation and personal competencies in the industry, and can compete both as individual employees of a company and member of society of a nation. Wow, that's a long question which has different components to it. So maybe I will leave it to Dr. Eligen.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Vincent.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Sahatutagalung, for the question. Binus University, do want to collaborate with industry as well as with government, academia, and civil society, as I mentioned in my sharing. We are happy if we can collaborate with industry to solve the problem or grab the opportunity they are facing, especially problem or opportunity in terms of digital transportation technology. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for your answer. Now a question from Madan Rao, who is also reporting and will be writing some great stories about today's event. So a question which is addressed to all the speakers: what kind of internal annual KM and innovation events are you running? So for instance, knowledge fairs and so on. So any of the speaker would like to share with us such kind of events, that they KM events or innovation events that they regularly run?
Thank you, Mr. Vincent. I'll try to answer Dr. Madan Mohan Rao as a direct research and development director of Your Story Media from India. Binus University held a KM Award annually. KM Award consists of two main categories, individual and collective, center or program study. The category of the center program study involved the solely top contributor. Meanwhile, it applied the KMPS, we call it KM Point Incentive System, for the individual category, where incentives are dedicated to individual contributor who either post content or whose content receive the like by employee on the KM portal based on point incentive. The KM Award is intended to cultivate sharing knowledge culture at Binus University, appreciate active knowledge worker who share the knowledge, and of course improve the content quality. The term of KM Award last year, keep on sharing knowledge, as the terms to stressing that every employee can keep on sharing knowledge and utilizing the knowledge even though they have to periodically work on the office or work from home because of the COVID-19 pandemic. We also have the Innovation Award is held every year to foster a culture of innovation. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Eligen. Soha, would you like also to share some of your KM and innovation events? Yeah.
Yes, actually, we're having we started previously with having something called the Knowledge and Innovation Month, that it has been conducted annually. And during the COVID, we have already transferred it to be a virtual month. And we have already invited people from all around, not only from internal, but from external organization as well. And we have done that, and we have already got some KPIs with highest even results that for satisfaction and happiness for in general for the virtual event itself, and also for regarding for each of the sections or the sessions that have been made. We have also have our Knowledge and Innovation Week that has been done periodically, and we're also inviting people from inside and outside. And actually having in Dubai the infrastructure and the technological infrastructure helped us a lot. And we also moved very quickly when we have done the innovation month. We have done virtual guides for that as well, to enable the people to work and to just to engage more. And we have also the innovation lab. We have transferred that to virtual innovation lab, and we have also done or prepared a guide for that in order to ensure that it is working. Thank you.
Thank you, Soha. Rosalie, you want to share a little bit also your the events you run related to KM and innovation?
So we do not have an annual per se. We do participate in Nokia's Global Day of Learning, which is an annual event. But we're really focused on continuing to do knowledge sharing sessions, measuring KPIs, et cetera, on a month-by-month basis. We're measuring quarterly results, but we're actually reviewing them on a monthly basis with all the leaders. So we're really focused on an ongoing kind of trend. And then we have the WOW Awards, which are quarterly awards. So we have an annual event with Nokia, quarterly awards, quarterly KPIs that are reviewed monthly to track our progress.
Okay, thank you, Rosalie. Next question is for Dubai municipality also, so for you, Soha. Do you measure happiness index, and how is it different from the satisfaction measurements? And can you also share some example on how the Dubai municipality involves the social sector citizen in their knowledge and innovation management? Thank you.
Yeah, sure. For the first one, for the happiness index, actually we have a standalone unit for customer management in another department. But this measure, we have different measures for the customer happiness. And for the index specifically, it has been run by Dubai Smart, Dubai Smart, which is one of the Smart Dubai, which is one of the organizations in the government department, and they are measuring it in different things. It includes different parameters. One of them, which is the satisfaction on the web pages, satisfaction on the touch points in the customer services, and satisfaction from the smart applications for each service. Because in Dubai we have it's a goal across all the organizations, governmental organizations in Dubai, that we have 100% digital enablement, and we have to ensure that the 100% digital transformation. So based on that, they are measuring it, and under each of these three categories they have another criteria and parameters, and they are taking average and comparing between organizations yearly.
Thank you very much, Soha.
Thank you.
Let's see, do we have, let me ask here in the room, do we have any question for any of the presenters today? Any question for any of the presenters today?
We have the other part of the question that you've asked me, how we involve.
Sorry. Please,
no,
please.
Okay. Now, just very quickly, I'll tell you that we have engagement plan across all the stakeholders. Also, it is run by the dedicated department for the customer happiness management, and they are doing assessment yearly, including the community, one of the stakeholders. And based on that, they're doing various researches, qualitative and the quantitative, and they're doing customer forums, and they're getting the people from all around, and they are not only just taking the satisfaction, but they are involving them in new generations of how they can redesign services and how they can produce new services as well. So they are always, it's a regular thing that is done by the unit. And we're happy for anyone who would like to have a benchmarking with us in everything, or just to know what we're doing, to have it also in future.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So do we have any more questions from the panel or from the audience? If you have a question in the audience, please use the Q&A section of the Zoom at the bottom. Otherwise, from our panel, or any last word that you would like to share? John, Professor Lee, any last thing you would like to say?
Maybe just congratulations again. Well done.
Okay, thank you, John. I just have a last question from Adan. Are any judging criteria likely to change or to be added in future? For instance, does the company contribute to the open source movement? Yeah, that's a question that Professor Lee could answer. I can partially answer also to it. So I think the criteria are just guiding principles. So I think it's up to every organization to present themselves through this framework, but they are not limiting really what organization should do. So there are some 8 main categories, and I think that cover, we believe, all the main intellectual capital capabilities that an organization should have. But in each of them, I think it's up to every organization to find their path. And I think that's what was a bit reflected today, is that different organizations might take completely different path to achieve their goal and objective. And so yes, I think this is a very good suggestion, Madan. And I think that's something that organizations should keep in mind also on how they could contribute to open source movement, for example. I don't know, Professor Lee, would you like to add anything to my answer? You're muted. Yeah, so I guess no. Okay, great. So thank you all very, very much. I truly apologize again for the technical problem we had today. It's a lessons learned. I think running hybrid events are maybe 10 times more challenging and complicated to running fully online events. So we will keep it in mind for the future. But thank you so very much for all the technical team here, for all your assistance. Thank you to all the presenters today for your great presentation. We really appreciate your time. Thank you for those of you who didn't sleep today, John and Rosalie. Thank you for making these efforts to be here with us today. And thank you again to all the supporting teams, the judges, and everyone who contributed to the success of the MIKE 2020 award. And we are looking forward to have you again join in 2021 for this new award, where I'm sure there will be more companies, more competition, and we are really looking forward to how organizations really have overcome this pandemic situation, which was quite a challenge. And I'm sure this will be reflected also in some of this report. Thank you all very much. We will edit a little bit the presentations that happened today to get rid of all the technical glitches. But in a couple of days, we will share again this entire presentation. So those of you who could not see full part of it or anything, or if you want to share it with other colleagues, you will be able to do so. Kapun Makrap, as we say in Thailand. Thank you all. Thank you all today also for coming physically, and see you next year. Thank you.